How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout. I am your host, FaZe Crypto. We're currently looking at a Bitcoin that's valued at $8,716. But I want to talk about one of the top performers that we have here today. It's an altcoin, ranked 87. Streamr DATAcoin. And I think that this is an interesting little project to look into. I mean, in particular, the fact that it's up 63.74%. I know some people in the comment section have talked about this crypto before. I know that it's one of those. It has an interesting community surrounding it. But I mean, we'll talk about the gains that it's been seeing recently in a second. I just wanted to give an interesting just sort of review, and I found this article that I think will be interesting for us to we'll read over. So Streamr DATAcoin is an off-chain network focused on data monetization and exchange. As an off-chain component, Streamr's system will work alongside blockchains. At this point, it's built on and for Ethereum. It will utilize smart contracts to allow mechanics and individuals to trade data across its network. Essentially, the network will facilitate a marketplace that allows anyone to publish or consume data. The Streamr team believes it will break the data monetization mold big business has set with cloud services. The marketplace could stand to offer a wealth of data for the exponential number of use cases. Decentralized application developers and users can access data streams on Streamr's network for data necessary to run their dApps for IoT. And machines could transit data to each other from across the world, or an individual can simply input working metrics from the Apple Watch or Fitbit, and researchers could access the information for health exercise study. There are just a handful of the many use cases could fit. As this article goes on to read, how does it work? Well, the ecosystem consists of publishers, consumers, and brokers. All data is submitted as events to the network's data stream. It is interesting. I mean, you sort of get the idea. This part right here, the Streamr stack. I mean, you guys can definitely check out this article for yourself. I don't need to read the whole thing for it. It has an interesting network as well. I think that it's interesting that it is working with Ethereum. We do talk about Ethereum on here quite a bit, and it is interesting to see how it's using smart contracts. But I think that this is an interesting crypto to see. And it does have one telling sign. And that is that right now people are slowly but surely. I mean, it's a turtle crawl towards a huge awareness of data. Because if there's one thing that right now I think historically this era will be remembered for, it's how people's data is just up in the air. I mean, there's really very little security that the average person has. They don't think about the implications of their data and how that's being bought and sold, and oftentimes leveraged against them in more ways than one. So seeing something like this, I mean, obviously it's just a stepping stone, but in a sense, I mean, I think that it is interesting to see, and I think it goes further. It's not just a pump and dump sort of operation that we're seeing here. I think it is. I mean, obviously we're seeing a lot of green across the board with a lot of the different cryptos in general. So it will be interesting to see how these different things start to work themselves and naturally occur, and how we see a lot of these things. I mean, I remember back when I first discovered this crypto, it was a long time ago, and it's interesting to see how we're sort of getting back to the all-time highs now. And I mean, especially with the modern day, people going more online, people working from home, I think that we're going to naturally evolve towards a place where the average person is more data conscious. And I think that it's a good thing. I mean, I think that it will be interesting. And I think that these different projects are important to pay attention to, which is why I figured, if you guys want to do your own research into this, I definitely encourage always keep yourself learning. But yeah, remember, this video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. We'll be continuing with the nightly live stream technical analysis, which is mostly Bitcoin centric, but I just figured I'd put this out there. But yeah, remember, I'm not your dad, I'm not your financial advisor. You got to do your own research. This is a high risk, high volatility space. But of course, remember to comment down below with a comment. Let us know what you guys think. Do you have any comments on this altcoin and the recent sort of information that it's been seeing? I mean, distributed open source project co-founded in 2017 with contributors across the world. It was started to in reaction to the dominance of the big 5 tech giants, with the core belief that decentralized infrastructure can deliver a healthier distribution of money and power, as well as unlock brand new use cases. Their mission is to build decentralized infrastructure for real-time data, replacing centralized message brokers with a global peer-to-peer network by relying on cryptography instead of trust. The one source network enables data sharing and monetization in IoT and smart cities business. So it is interesting. I mean, good luck to them. But yeah, I think be interesting to see how different projects like these evolve over time. And it is interesting always to look at the top performers. And then just for posterity, let's see who's doing the worst during this recent bull run. Well, we've only down 5%. I mean, and there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only like 7 or 8 cryptos that are actually in the red today, which is interesting. Steam being one of them. But yeah, all that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you're subscribed and all that good stuff, and have a good one.